To welcome you here this evening. I'm Tom Brooks, the chairperson of the zoning board of appeals. And we can go around and introduce ourselves here. Hopefully it's the same name that you see on the sign.
Rich Wellman, zoning board member.
My name is Jessica Delano. I'm a new zoning board member.
Okay.
Ann Trost, ZBA member.
And I think you know Jenny and
Hi, Nick Warner. I'm the building inspector for the village of Fishkill.
okay.
And I am Chris Oliveira. I'm here on behalf of Sarah Brown, the village planner.
Okay, very good. Now, I wanted to explain here basically the purpose of the meeting, what we're here for, and then we'll get started with the actual meeting agenda. This is basically an informational gathering meeting. Well, we're going to be asking you to tell us about your project in broad strokes, and give us a little bit of an idea of why you need the variance and things of that nature. Okay, that gives us the opportunity to ask you questions as to the project, and then we go forward from there. There's been a little change here. Hopefully it's going to be all right with everyone. As far as a proposed change, as far as our schedule for next month. We normally meet on the fourth Thursday of the month. So this month, we of course we're meeting a little bit earlier. And next month, there's been a proposal that we for the convenience of a couple of our applicants, that we move the meeting to April 10th. Does anybody have a problem with that if we move the next meeting to April 10th? Okay, that means we will not meet on the 24th. However, in May, we'll go back to the fourth Thursday of the month, and we will maintain that. All right. Now tonight we're at 6 o'clock. Normally we're at 7 o'clock. What's your pleasure? You want to go to 7 as we normally had been? This I don't believe we should.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
6 or 7? You're good?
Whatever you guys.
Okay. So we'll let's go at 6.
Okay.
If 6 works, we'll go at 6, okay? And if that doesn't work for Tom, too bad.
I'm not gonna go there.
Don't tell him that when you go home.
No.
Okay. All right. Our first applicant here is Mobile Development Corporation, 35 Rapple J Road. It's an area variant that Mobile is seeking. Rapple J Road is right over here off of Route 9. Okay. I visited the site yesterday a couple times and looked around. And
Flooded? Was it flooded?
no water anywhere. Of course, thanks. It was dry as a bone. Okay. So,
Hi, Mark Day, Dave Secosa, representing Mobile Development. The applicant is seeking with the planning board to subdivide this existing lot into 2 lots. Originally, on the original file map, it was 2 lots. At some point, the lots were combined. The lot to the west is the lot that's being proposed. We went to the planning board. There is a section, the floodplain actually shows on FEMA's map firm, if you will, that this area of the lot one was in the flood. We went to FEMA, we got a letter of map amendment, a LOMA, which actually moved the floodplain line to the west about 30 feet. It still has about 35.7% of the lot is still in the floodplain as mapped by FEMA. At the planning board meeting, it was my opinion that this mapping is old. It dates back prior to the work being done on Route 9 that was done to alleviate some of the flooding both in the village and on the eastern side of the village. However, the mapping was never revised. And in order for it to be revised, it would require a very detailed, what they call HEC-RAS study, which studies backwater curve analyses. No one's ever really had the wish or want to do it, so we filed what they call a letter of amendment. In doing so, as I said before, they did move the line, but the floodplain still exists on 35.7% of the lot. The code in the village is 25% max. So we're here tonight to ask for the relief. We, at the planning board, it was determined that it's flooding is, even if we followed the FEMA mapping for the 100-year storm, it's only about 8 inches of water that covers this corner of the lot. The board allowed us to move forward and come in front of your board to seek that variance.
Okay, very good. Now, there's some piping to the
Yes.
left.
So both sites will be served by Central Water, Central Sewer. This area to the west is the stormwater basin for the Burton family. So
Okay,
it's
so there's a culvert there
yes,
or whatever?
culvert. We actually don't impact that, but
No,
there is culverts there, yes.
okay, and currently there's a fence. And is that yeah,
Yeah, there's a boundary here. That's the boundary between us and the Burger King next door with the restaurant, I should say.
okay. Very good.
Is he residential or commercial?
It's residential, sorry. I should have said that. We are proposing, the house we're proposing on this lot, all improvements are outside of the floodplain.
Is there a concern for flooding on the existing lot?
No, there's no floodplain on this
Okay.
side. The floodplain actually is from here up. And it actually goes to the northwest, if you will, northeast. But there must have been mapping done when Burger King went in because their basin is in the floodplain, which really would work, so.
Okay. And your proposal is for a 1-story?
Yes, no, it's probably, we're trying to match what's around it, it's a story and a half.
Story and a half, cape,
Cape,
and it follows all of the,
Yes.
same
yeah,
architecture kind of thing.
we're gonna match this, cottage style cape.
Yeah.
Or, with the older ones. But it's not gonna be, certainly, it's gonna be a modest-sized house to match what's in the area.
Yeah,
We'll have a walkout basement.
No, it's probably gonna be slab on grade. We are proposing, a garage in the back.
and that garage is basically kind of it's not the same garage, but it's the same configuration
As the lot.
as the lot next door.
Correct, the garage will be set behind the house, off to the right in this case.
Outside the floodplain.
Oh, yes, yeah,
MC.
yeah.
Okay. It's funny because when I was out there and I was looking, I was trying to figure it out. Where the house is going. is actually pretty
It
high
is high.
compared to what's to the left.
That's better contention, but I mean, if you've worked with Dutchess County or actually anywhere that did floodplain mapping back, you know, these were done in the late seventies, early eighties. You know, they're not always accurate because
Yeah.
they're done with USGS. And I'm sure you guys have seen, I mean, there is a floodplain on top of Osborne Hill in the town of Wapsie, which is the highest point in over here. So,
Okay. Do we have anybody else has a question or anything about this, particular project? All right,
Just have one, Mr. Chairman. Do you know who the intended occupant may be of this house? Is there a planned occupant for this house, Mr. Gujan?
Yes, hopefully my son.
Thank you, sir.
okay. And you live in the house?
No, that's the existing house who I just redid.
Oh.
Added second story to it and, since I figured this was a building lot, why not build something next to it? Because it was existing subdivision for years, you know, so the gentleman who bought it is actually across the street, who sold it to us as Schofields, which everybody knows. It's a family, so they just bought it as a side yard for the kids, to have the playground, that was it. So lot one is the empty lot, lot two, that's what they lived in, their family. So we just turned it back in what used to be a subdivision land.
All right.
Was
Very good.
Ever a house there before? Never.
No, you just, you were just, named as lot one in this original subdivision, so we just kept it 2 lots.
yeah, if you look back on the older subdivisions, these were actually 2 lots at some point combined.
They did something similar across the street as well with the triangular lot and the home across the street. It's same situation.
I think we need, I believe, we probably need to do a public hearing, I would assume.
Got it. And now you said something about the county?
This does not need a referral to the county because it is a residence, so it would not need a referral.
All right, so, the next step will be public hearing, all right, which we'll set for April the 10th at 7 o'clock. Or did we choose 6 o'clock? Stand corrected. 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, on Thursday, and, we will advertise that ahead of time. So that, any of the neighbors or anybody else that would like to stop in and make any comments for or against, they're able to do that. You would again make a similar kind of presentation there, mentioning, the piping and all of that different thing that's done. And then, at that particular point, shortly thereafter, we'll be able to, let you know what the decision is.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, we just need a motion on that and a vote to set that public hearing.
Okay. Could I have a motion now to please, set the public hearing, for the mobile development for April the 10th at 6 o'clock?
I'll make a motion to set the public meeting for April 10th at 6 p.m.
Okay, do I have a second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you very
we'll
much.
see you then. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay. We have an area variance now from the Scottish tattoo.
Big crowd. Nice to meet you guys. There's a little blue folder packet if you want to follow along. There's just a little bit of information in there. Basically, my name is Brett Sakatis. I'm the owner of a tattoo studio out of Hopewell right now. I've been serving clients for over 6 years, writing to respectfully request a consideration for a variance for the 1,000-foot variance for the zoning requirement between tattoo shops and Fishkill, as I'm looking to occupy 1127 Main Street. Currently, there's one shop located in the village, and I fall just short of 1,000-foot requirements by give or take 75 feet. I firsthand understand the importance of zoning laws, and I recognize that tattoo shops can definitely be viewed through a negative stigma. I believe that my business can be a positive and beneficial addition to the village of Fishkill and its thriving community. Kind of what separates me apart from everybody is I've built a reputation for offering higher quality work in a professional, welcoming environment. I focus on a little bit of different clientele as opposed to the normal one. So, I'm more of a refined and upscale experience, so to speak. Moving my shop to Fishkill is just not about expanding business. It's about being, part of the vibrant community and contributing to its growth. It offers a unique blend of history with local culture and growing sense of community, which I feel is an ideal location, which is why I would like to be here. I believe that my shop can serve as both a destination for high-end work with a positive force for the village, and also to diversify the different types of businesses while attracting a variety of customers. I know firsthand that there's concerns that can arise with tattoo shops, especially in a small area. My focus is on professionalism, high quality work, and client satisfaction. I do not operate as average, like I said. Instead, I've worked hard to foster a space that's clean, inviting, and respectful of all, to all. This has helped me to not only hold a strong client base, but also build positive relationships with local residents, which I believe will extend within the Fishkill community. In addition to offering higher quality work, I would also be looking to bring in new business opportunities. We're looking to offer laser removal as well, which my soon-to-be wife would hopefully be doing. That kind of helps break that stigma too, with all the negativity from things that were done 20, 30 years ago. Inside the packet, it's, I guess you could say, subjective of which way you walk, but you need 1,000 feet and I'm at like 924. So looking for less than 1/10 of a variance here. If you guys could help me out. But there's some information, just an overall objective, some of my work, and then comparatively to others. There's some statistical information in there on what's the average cost hourly, average customer spending, XYZ, the overall objective, what I'm looking to do. That's pretty much it.
Now, take a few questions.
Yes, sir.
I just have one question. Your glass right on Main Street,
Yes, sir.
is that going to be clear or is it going to be?
So it would be something I would ask the village for. And if it wanted to be tinted, I could definitely tint it. I know there's definitely an idea that maybe people with parts would be hanging out. I'm looking to kind of build like a retaining wall to hide anything behind, but there is a proposal page with tinted glass, and it frosted, so to speak, so it's privacy filmed.
Okay. Yeah, or I was even thinking something like maybe a drape or something.
Yeah,
halfway
absolutely.
back that
Like
you
a
could go
curtain.
to.
For sure, absolutely.
The only reason I mention it is that my granddaughter takes dance lessons down in Beacon.
Okay.
Nothing bad against Beacon, but they
Right.
have a tattoo shop right on Main Street
Yes, sir.
and it's all glass.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk by, you can see people.
Right. It's like a freak show
all their
almost.
parts.
Right.
Now.
And I think that's the big point that I want to focus on is like, we're trying to kind of rebrand and reinvent. It's not like the, hey man, come in and pick something off the wall. Yeah, this is cool. Let's do this. I have people coming in from out of state. I have some clients that probably can't say their names, but are very high up, like millionaires, with certain businesses. We're trying to kind of like break that negative stigma of like that Beacon, like, oh dude, let's get this cool tattoo and drink a beer after. I want to operate within normal business hours, preferably earlier. I do have a family, so I want to get home to them and not be home late. Like I said, I'm just trying to break that kind of negative stigma. So whatever's needed, I'd be more than happy to do. Truthfully, I don't want kids looking in. I don't want the walk-ins. I don't want people hanging around the shop. It's not what it's supposed to be. I would like it to be myself, my fiance, and one other person that would be there full time. So clientele would be super minimal. Parking's not going to be an issue, and I definitely don't want people hanging around like being outside, XYZ. So trying to just propose something newer. trying to rewrite that negative stigma, so to speak.
Well, we do have a tattoo parlor here, as you know.
Correct.
Right here in the village.
Sir,
So, even though all of the things that you're doing very good, I don't think here you're gonna run up against that negative image.
no, I don't think so. And
It's, you know, it's a very, you know, like what you're proposing here. It's classy and it's,
it's not what it used to be.
right, right. Okay, anybody else? Any questions? Cool. Okay, thank you
Appreciate it.
very much.
Did y'all need anything from me or?
This is great information.
Thank you, appreciate
Quite a
it.
bit of homework here, Mike.
Yeah, I try to be as detail oriented as I could, so I could kind of, any questions that could be answered.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Very helpful. And we will be having our next meeting. All right, which will be on April the 10th at 6 o'clock. And we will, at that point, be having the public hearing.
Okay.
We'll put out a notice 5 days ahead of time in the newspapers and different places. And invite the public to come in, anybody who has anything to say, anything who has any comments to make. They'll be given a period of time to talk. You know, just like with the mobile development.
Okay,
I have no idea how many will come out or whatever, but we'll be here.
okay, sounds good. So
Okay,
April the 10th at 6.
April the 10th at 6.
All right, appreciate it.
I'll
Thank you
send
all.
you
for
an
your time.
email.
Mr. Chairman, we just need a motion on that as well.
I'll send you an email tomorrow.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
So
I'd like to make a motion for the public hearing on April 10th at 6 p.m.
okay, do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, good to
And
go.
Mr. Chairman, this is we'll need a referral to the Dutchess County Planning Board for their review and comment.
Okay,
We'll forward that off.
yeah, this has to go to the county will get back to us also, and we'll be good to go.
Sounds
See
good.
what happens at the next meeting.
Okay,
All
thank you
right,
very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Uh, Thank you. And thank you. Is there anybody else?
Right.
Wrote this memo, I know.
Okay.
I actually helped write it.